second-degree felony offense of burglary of a habitation. I've received an updated pre-sentence report. Have you both received and reviewed that report?
We have, Your Honor. Yes, Judge.
Count 1 alleges you committed that new offense of public intoxication November 6th of 2025. And in that case, you still want to remain with your
That's still
not true.
Yes.
And then count 4 alleges that you failed to abstain from the use of any and all intoxicating substances, including alcohol, and that you admitted to using alcohol on September 15th of 2025. And is that true or not true?
Yes, ma'am.
It's true?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so I will change your plea in count number 4 to true. And Mr. Smith, you have witness with regard to count 1.
Yes, Judge.
You may call your first witness.
State Falls Officer Jensen.
Yeah, if you'll just kind of slide around a little bit. We'll just do this informally. Thank you, sir.
Right.
Good morning. If you'll please raise your right hand. Do you swear or affirm the testimony you're going to give in this hearing will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? Thank you. You may proceed.
Were you working in that capacity on November 6th of 2025?
Yes, sir.
And about 11:38 in the evening, did you receive a dispatch?
Yes, sir.
And what, if anything, did you do as a result of that dispatch?
Immediately began operating my department issued patrol car in that direction and arrived on scene.
Okay. What did you observe when you got there? And describe for the court what location we talking about.
It's the Swift gas station. You're dispatched there in reference to a person that was asleep at a game machine inside that gas station. We arrived on scene, entered the gas station, and observed a person asleep at the game machine. Attempted to arouse him by verbal stimulus. I then reached onto his chest and provided a physical signals to his chest. He did not wake up. Woke up after a few more conversations between my partner and I. He woke up, immediately smelled the smell of alcohol emitting from his broken person. Observed bright glassy eyes, and we stood him up.
Did he appear to be impaired or intoxicated?
Yes, sir.
And did you feel like that was from alcohol and or other substances?
Yes, sir.
Was he impaired to the point that he appeared to be a danger to himself and to others?
Being that location is in a very high crime area in the city of Beaumont, I absolutely believe so.
And do you see the person that you encountered on November 6th of 2025 at the Swift gas station here in the courtroom today?
Yes, sir.
Would you point to him and identify an article of clothing that he's wearing?
An orange jumpsuit.
You're gonna let the record reflect. He hasn't identified the defendant in this case.
The record will so reflect.
Did you place him under arrest for public intoxication on that day?
Yes, sir, I did.
That's what Mr.
Thank you. Mr. Rojas?
So he was in a high crime area, and that makes him a danger to himself or others.
Yes, sir. Being that he was asleep in that gas station, I've responded to several calls there for violent crimes. He was unable to be aroused by myself and another officer. I believe that somebody could have stolen any number of items from him or assaulted him or been a victim of any other crime.
What was the original call for?
A person asleep at a game machine.
Nobody said anything about anybody being violent or any fighting or anything like that, right?
Not at that time.
Okay. Was there ever at all during this call?
Not during that call, no, sir.
Okay. And when you were finally able to wake him up, he wasn't argumentative or disruptive with you, was he?
He woke up as a person would, surprised that there was 2 police officers. I feel like that's a normal reaction. All of a sudden there's 2 police officers with their, presence right there. But I was able to take him in handcuffs immediately.
And you said you did the chest, what's it called? The chest rub?
Like a sternum rub.
The sternum rub. Most people wake up immediately from that, don't they?
Yes.
Even intoxicated people.
General, in my experience.
In your experience, do you know of any kind of what would cause it? But you said he did not immediately wake up from that. What in your experience would cause somebody to not wake up immediately from that? If you know.
Any number of intoxicants in their system.
Okay. Could it also be due to seizures, maybe?
I'm not.
You don't know about that? Okay. You'll agree with if anybody in a high crime area is in a little bit of danger, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. I pass the witness.
Anything
No other
else?
question, Judge.
Any objection to Officer Jansen being excused?
There you are.
Thank you for being here, sir.
I can call Mr. Morris on that, Judge?
On count 1?
Yes.
Sure. Raise your right hand the best you can. Do you swear or affirm the testimony you're going to give in this hearing will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? All right, go ahead.
Byron, you heard the officer's testimony, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And you and I have talked about this before about count 1, right?
Yes.
Were you intoxicated on that night?
No, sir.
Okay. Why were you asleep on that night?
think I had a seizure on the machine.
Okay, and you are prone to seizures, aren't you?
Yes, sir.
And in fact, I think that's in the updated PSI that you do have seizures, and the probation department knows about that.
Yes, sir.
Now, the officer says he smelled some alcohol. Why would he be smelling alcohol on your breath?
The only thing I kind of remember was I might have had an open container in the car, but I really don't remember.
Okay, so you admit that you might have been drinking alcohol on that night,
Yes, sir.
but you don't think you were intoxicated?
No, sir.
Well, pass the witness, Judge.
All right, Mr. Smith?
So, Mr. Morris, you're saying that you had a seizure, and as a result of the seizure, you had passed out to the point that verbal stimulus and physical stimulus did not arouse you, correct?
Yes, sir.
Do you take medication for your seizures?
Yes, sir.
What do you take?
Careful.
How often do you take it?
Grams
How often do you take it?
twice a day.
Twice a day. Do you know how alcohol affects that?
Not really.
So you have no idea what alcohol does to that drug. It's an anti-seizure medication. Yet you consume your medication twice a day and use alcohol at the same time.
Well, I don't drink like that, sir.
You don't.
No.
Well, you drink often because you were pled true to count 4, and you just admitted that you were drinking on the day that you were arrested. Right?
Yes, sir.
No further questions.
All right, any other witnesses with regard to count 1?
No, Your Honor.
Any others rebuttal or anything, Mr. Smith? At this time, based on the evidence that's been presented, Mr. Morris, I am going to find count 1 true. You did commit the offense of public intoxication on November 6th of 2025. So with regard to sentencing,
Judge, Mr. Morris has been on probation since 2016. I think his probation has actually expired since March. It appears that from March of 2016, he was doing well until that first motion to revoke was filed in October of 2020. Notable, I think, as you can see from the updated PSI, at that time he had some support of both of his parents, who unfortunately passed away, I think the following year, 21, when Mr. Morris at that point was sent over to Safe P Relapse. He's been on probation for 10 years. Other than this new PI, he hasn't committed any new offenses, even though one was alleged. That case was dismissed in 23. It's unfortunate, I think, that his parents passed away because it looks like they were the support for him. They were able to give him some guidance while he was on probation. He was doing well while they were alive. And even after they passed away, other than administrative violations and this new admitted drug use and alcohol use, which is serious. I understand those are violations of probation, but he seemed to be doing well. This new motion was filed. I don't know what we can do with him, Judge, because probation's expired. We would ask the court to do is to let this time that he's been in jail serve as sanctions and let his probation expire.
all right, thank you. Mr. Smith?
Judge, I believe the recommendation of the probation officer is absolutely spot on. I think he's taken advantage of the court's leniency. We've sent him to Safe P twice. He's been in drop. He's done the moral recognition therapy. He has not gotten any benefit from all the programs that have been offered and completed. He blames the fact that he can't act like an adult because he doesn't have people to tell him what to do, but he's an adult. He shouldn't have to have people tell him what to do. He's been given every opportunity, and just letting it expire would be not justice in this case. We believe that probation should be revoked and he should be sentenced to time in TDC, understanding that he will get credit for the time that he successfully completed Safe P. So we would ask for a significant amount of time in prison.
Thank you, Mr. Smith. Mr. Block's here, and you have your updated report. Is there anything else that you would like to add, sir?
No, ma'am.
All right, thank you. Mr. Morris, Mr. Smith is absolutely correct. I'm looking back at that original PSI, and the original PSI wasn't even agreed. It was a cap of 8 years in prison. And on that day, I gave you the opportunity for this probation, and you have had multiple. This is your third motion to revoke. So it hasn't all gone well. And the fact that you've been given those opportunities at SafeP twice and you're still doing what you're doing, I'm going to again I'm finding count 1 true, find that you entered your pleas of true to counts 2 through 5 freely and voluntarily, find those counts true, find sufficient evidence to find you guilty, and at this time find you guilty of burglary of a habitation. You're lucky that the agreement in this is for a cap of 5 years. You know, the cap went down from the original, which is usually doesn't happen. I'm going to follow this agreement, but you're very lucky. I'm going to sentence you to a term of 5 years in the institutional division of the Texas Department of Corrections. You will receive credit on that sentence for any time that you've been in custody that the law gives you the right to receive. I'm going to hand you the trial court certification that shows this was an agreement that I followed, and so you waived your right to appeal. I've also handed you a written admonishment regarding your ineligibility to possess a firearm or ammunition. All right, good luck to you. You can go back with the bailiff.
Thank you.
Excuse me.
After years on probation and multiple chances, Byron Morris returned to court facing another violation. The judge found the allegations true, and what happened next resulted in a 5-year prison sentence.